I retreated the rainfly on this tent just a few months ago. I did a overnight test in the rain about a month ago, and it failed horrifically. I realized that I needed to reseal my seams. They were all pretty bad. The original seam tape had pretty much disintegrated. So after resealing the seams, I decided this warranted another test before I throw this tent away. So I put it up again last night. It went through about an hour of rain this morning. Let's see how it did. Well, thoroughly drenched. I mean, it's pretty bad. This sucks. Definitely not going to be using this tent. So the tent's pretty old, but it's not a cheap tent. You know, it should last. We've taken good care of the tent. So I know there's a way to fix this thing. What can I do, guys? Comment below. Send me a message. I don't care. I don't want to throw this tent away. Sick of messing with that stupid tent. I'm about to go have some fun. So I went for a ride on the Ranger the other day, and I found a little spot I want to come back and check out on the kayak. So y'all come along. All right, let's go. All right, we're here. But you see where the hurricane blew this big oak tree down? It tore a hole in the barbed wire fence, but also created a little hole here that connects to the creek. And I'm gonna see how far I can get in there with my kayak. Time to go. Take a minute or two to attach the camera to the front, only to realize no memory card. I got a minute. I'm gonna run back and grab it. Just put a new fuel pump on it. Still not acting quite right. All right, just got home. Gonna grab my memory card, and I forgot my keys. Left them back in the kayak. For more riveting content like this, please subscribe. Redbellies and River Rats. Hopefully one more time. just to recap, in case you're joining this video halfway through, I loaded the kayak up on the Ranger, drove to the little spot in the pond, decided I needed to drive back home and get my memory card for my other camera. Got home, realized I left my keys in the kayak, got back to the kayak, and I don't know if y'all know, you heard me on the Ranger, but my phone battery's dying. So I may be down to 0 cameras here in a second. Took a lot of work, but I managed to push my way past a lot of the cypress knees, got out to a little bit deeper water. Not a lot of fun, too much work. I think I'm gonna go find a different pond to paddle around for a minute. But, check this out. I lost this cooler like 5 years ago. I had it set, it was in a canoe, and I had the canoe pulled up on the banks of the creek. And it rained and rained and rained. The creek flooded. The canoe stayed where it was, but the cooler disappeared. Well, I found it. I don't think it's, you know, maybe not quite salvageable, but honestly in better shape than you'd expect it to be in. So check out these cypress knees. They are fat boys. But that's actually not the reason I stopped here. Found a cool little cypress burl. So my dad has a metal lathe, and I've been saying for years I'm gonna find a good burl and turn it into a vase or a bowl or whatever. It's on a tree that looks to me like sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Looks to me like the hurricane killed it. So perfect tree to cut down, turn a burl. Thought I might also clarify, I've probably referred to this as a pond and a creek. The fact of the matter, I'm in a slough. The creek that flows through our property starts off as a swamp, flows into a creek, turns into a slough, back into a creek, back into a slough, back into a creek. So we're in a part of the creek that technically is a slough right now. You can tell the water's flowing, but it's not flowing as fast as it would be if we were within the banks of the actual creek. It's also a lot shallower water than it would be within the banks of the creek. So it's really hard to get around for all the cypress knees. And after the storm, we have a lot of trees and limbs down. That makes it a little harder too. Last week when I decided to do this, the water was about 6 inches higher than it is now. That would have made a big difference. I could get around a lot more. But I'm having a little bit of fun. Now I'm willing to bet that the footage from that camera that I have mounted to the front of my kayak is just mind-numbingly boring. So I'm gonna take it off and see if I can get any underwater shots. This water's pretty dark, but I'm gonna see what shows up on camera. It might be pretty cool. Well, after several hours of effort, I finally made my way through all the cypress knees and the limbs into the pretty part of the swamp. Look at all that duckweed. But is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? This is one of my favorite places on earth. This is what's left of an old hog trap that my brother Joe and my cousin Daniel built like 20, 25, almost 30 years ago. The sun was out for just a second. It was especially pretty by the time I got the camera out. The sun was gone again, but still pretty. I haven't been here in a long time, but when I was younger, this is where we would put the canoe or the kayaks in to come explore this pond. All of those little pine trees weren't there back then. And it was open, like right in front of the chicken houses. This is probably where I'm gonna take out because I don't feel like powering my way back through all those cypress knees. And this honestly looks a little more doable. Gave up on that idea pretty quick. As I got over to the other edge, I saw that all those little trees were growing out into the water. You couldn't get the kayak between them all the way up to the bank. So, gonna have to pull out the way I got in. And to be perfectly honest with you, I've really gotten turned around. It's gonna take some time to find that place again. Wish me luck. Not totally sure what I did different, but coming back was so much easier than going out. I'm here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Doesn't cost a dime. I mean, I don't think it does. If it does, I'm sorry. Don't do it. Because this is definitely not worth paying for. You've just seen a video from Redbellies and River Rats. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. We're going to be putting out videos on an irregular schedule for a while, so you might want to hit that notification bell to avoid missing the next one. Thanks for watching.